Right, so this job, for the rest of this day probably, I'm going to give myself a whole weekend to do it. It's Saturday now, about 10 o'clock, is trying to fit this. Okay, new belt. I want to get the old one off. I'll do a photo or something and show you that. This is my priority to get that done, because it's in a really bad state. It must have been on from new, that's all I can think. Anyway, but as you can see, this has got to come out, that's got to come off, and the rest of some of it's done from underneath, so I'm going to stick it on the axle stands as well. And I'm going to have a cup of coffee now, download the instructions, print them off, read them 5 times, and start stripping it out, ready to tackle. Wish me luck. Right, so this is why this old belt was a priority. So if you can see, it's normal width there, and then something happened to it. This whole side's missing all the way, if I look at it, all the way round it's more than halfway to there. So it's literally, hang on, if I have a quick look, wow, it's 2/3. So 2/3 of this belt was missing, and the bits that were left, I mean, over the pulleys, it looked like, can you see how cracked and knackered that is? So this is from off a 2006 X150. I reckon this has got to be the original one. It's got to be, hasn't it? And they've been too tight to do such a simple job like this. It's unbelievable. So when I saw that bit missing first, like that, when I had a look down with the torch, I thought, my God, I'm not driving this again until I've got a new belt on. And what I read, it looked like a hard job, but actually, it's not too bad at all. And you don't even need to take the oil filter off. So I'm going to stick this new one on now. I'll just show you what it looks like without belts on. Yeah, it looks like that. I'll get a better torch. Now, what makes a big difference is I zip tied that pipe out of the way, and I undid all of these unclipped these cables from that clip there, and took them out of the way, and took that socket off of here, so I had loads of space to get my hand in. And what I did was I made sure I could reach these 2 pulleys on here. Presumably one's I don't know, aircon, one must be power steering, I expect. There's the tensioner. Next one along the big one, that's the crankshaft, and you can reach all of those dead easy from this side. And then from underneath, through a gap down there, you don't need to take the oil filter off. I've read a guide, it says take that. I'm glad I didn't. It's too hard to get to anyway. For this job, you can get your hand onto the alternator pulley, you can easily get to the other side of the crankshaft pulley, and you can get to the water pump from this side dead easy anyway. So the idler is over there as well. That's it there. You can get to that dead easy from underneath too. So from underneath you can get to the alternator, the idler dead easy, and everything else is dead easy from up here. So let's see, what's the time now? Anyway, I'll check and see how long it takes to get this new one on. Right, so of course it's best to have an attempt at drawing your arrangement before you get the one off, which I did. And the only thing I missed off was there's one here, an idler. Yeah, goes over the top of underneath that one. Anyway, it's all on now, and get the torch. Ooh. So my new one's on. Yeah, everything's on the pulleys nice. Just had to reposition the one on the crankshaft pulley, but it's on nice now. Everything's on fairly slack and lined up nice. Bottom one, check. Yeah, I might recheck that one. And what they do on these Jaguars is a lovely thing that they've put on for you. If you're doing this job on your own, you've got this nice little hole on each side. So you can see what I've done. Rigged up some rope, used an old torque bar, because the keyway, the 3/8 inch keyway that you use down there, mine was arranged so that you couldn't really use a breaker bar. You needed a ratchet, so I deployed this old torque wrench, and to get the last bit of tension in it, I spun it around and stuck my 3/8 inch ratchet to spin it up and get it nice and tight. And it's held it up there lovely. It's a bit scary working down there, just in case something slips or pops off, and you know, this comes down at what is it, about 45 Newton meters on that lever, but yeah, it's all on, so happy days. I'm going to tension it now and put it all back together and see if it works.